My brother spent years calling me a loser for living at home at 28, but last week he showed up crying at my door begging for help. And what I said next made him lose his mind. I've been living with my parents since I finished college 6 years ago. Not because I'm lazy or can't afford to leave, but because I'm actually saving for a house. I pay them $600 in rent every month, I cover the weekly grocery bills, and I help my dad with home repairs on weekends. My brother Matt, he moved out the second he turned 22 into some expensive downtown apartment because he needed everyone to know he was successful and independent. Every single family dinner became a roast session. Still sleeping in your childhood bedroom? When are you finally gonna grow up and move out? Must be nice having mommy cook your meals and do your laundry. My parents would just laugh it off like it was harmless teasing, but every comment felt like a knife. His friends would come over for holidays and he'd introduce me as my little brother who never left the nest. I was older than him by 3 years. I bit my tongue for years. Let him have his moment. Let him feel superior while I quietly saved every extra dollar. No fancy car payments, no overpriced rent, no $200 bar tabs every weekend. Just discipline and a plan. Then 3 weeks ago, his company announced massive layoffs. Matt was one of the first to go. He called me at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, and I could hear his voice shaking on the other end. He tried to play it cool at first, asking how I was doing, making small talk. Then he finally got to the point. He needed $200 for rent just for this month. He had some interviews lined up. He'd definitely pay me back. He just needed help getting through this rough patch. His voice cracked when he said, "Please." I stayed quiet for a second, then asked him a simple question. "How much do you have saved up?" The line went completely silent. Then he admitted the truth. Despite making $30,000 more than me annually, despite constantly bragging about his salary and his lifestyle, he had less than $400 in his savings account. He'd been living paycheck to paycheck in that luxury apartment, spending money on bottle service at clubs, weekend trips to Miami, and a car lease he couldn't actually afford. Meanwhile, I'd quietly saved $47,000. I took a deep breath and told him no. I wasn't going to bail him out. He absolutely exploded. Called me selfish, petty, vindictive, said I was holding a grudge over some harmless jokes when he was literally at rock bottom and losing his apartment. He said a real brother would help without hesitation, that I was proving I really was just a loser who couldn't let things go. I hung up on him. The next morning, my parents called. They'd heard everything from Matt's version of events. My mom said I was being cruel, that family helps family no matter what. My dad said I was technically right but morally wrong, and that I should be the bigger person. They both said the past didn't matter when someone you love is struggling, so I made them all an offer. I'd pay his rent for 3 months, give him time to find a job, no strings attached. But there was one condition. He had to stand up at Sunday family dinner in front of everyone, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, and publicly apologize for every single comment he'd made about me over the past 6 years. Every joke, every insult, every time he made me feel small. He had to admit he was wrong, and that I'd actually made smarter choices than him. My mom said I was being ridiculous and childish. My dad said it was unnecessary and humiliating. Matt said he'd rather be homeless than give me that satisfaction. So I stuck to my decision. No apology, no money. That was 2 weeks ago. Matt's landlord evicted him 5 days later. He's currently sleeping on our parents' couch in the basement. Meanwhile, I just got the call yesterday that my offer was accepted on a 3-bedroom house with a backyard. I close next month.